Are you ready to run and scale ads, or should you actually wait? This is one of the questions that I get asked a lot from different business owners. A founder once came to me doing about 25 to 30K per month, had the good offer, also had really strong testimonials. And he said to me, I think I'm actually ready, Rob, for ads. I just need to add more volume and then I actually can double my business. To him, that actually sounds logical, and maybe to most of you also sounds logical because you already have revenue coming in. You could use that revenue to actually run ads. But when we actually looked at the numbers, here's what I saw. Close rate was 18%, which is below 20. Not consistent lead source. Delivery team was already stretched. No tracking of cost per actual acquisition, and no margin visibility also. If we have scaled ads right there, we wouldn't have actually scaled the revenue. We would have scaled chaos, and 3 months later, the business would actually break. But once we did it the proper way, 3 months later, after tightening the structure, he turned the ads on, and it actually worked. So in this video, I want to give you everything you need to understand if you are ready for ads or if you should actually wait. This video is about knowing the difference between I want more leads and I want to double my business, or is my business actually built to handle more leads and I can actually scale the ads in a good way? Because scaling ads is not about only getting more attention, more traffic. It's about making sure that your business is actually ready to handle more volume coming inside of your business. So stay to the end of this video because I will give you everything you need in order for you to understand if ads are currently your best move. So watch this video to the end, because by end of this actual video, you will learn and understand, number one, the financial math required before paid acquisition. Number two, the buffer rule most founders ignore. Number three, the operational load test you must pass first before actually touching ads or thinking about scaling ads. Number four, the demand maturity stages before ads can actually be employed inside of your business. Number five, the psychological trap that pushes most founders to scale to actually early and then eventually they break their own business. Number six, the structural readiness framework you can actually apply today and see results immediately. So with that being said, let's get into it. And before we get into it, I want to mention that everything that you will about to learn comes from my personal experience. Over 13 years of scaling, growing businesses, failing, being a closer to different businesses, buying ads, selling ads, helping different businesses with actual scaling ads inside of their business, spending well over hundreds of thousands of dollars on actual ads, burning money on ads, buying multiple books about ads to just learn the different aspects of ads, winning in ads, making profits from ads. And like over 13 years of experience, like with this crazy journey, I will give you everything inside of this video that you need to know if your business is currently ready for ads. Because maybe, and just maybe, you're not ready for ads and you're about to break your business. So this video itself could actually save you from breaking your actual business. Or if you watch this video and you go, you know what? That's actually, now I know 100% I'm ready. Then go on. At least you will make sure that you are 100% ready to scale ads. Because this video is for you if you're currently thinking about actually scaling ads or touching ads, okay? So before you do that, watch this video to the end, and then you will have a better understanding if ads currently is for you. Because this video could potentially also save your business. With that being said, let's jump into it. So principle number one, ads are actual leverage. Ads is more attention to your business. So that meaning, if you currently have cracks inside of your business, you will just leverage attention to your business to expose those cracks even more. And so what I mean by that, so let's say there's a huge tsunami wave coming and you have a house in the middle of let's say in the middle of land, and that tsunami comes and let's say your walls already have cracks. That water will eventually break through those actual cracks, and it will damage the entire foundation of your architecture as well, and it will damage the entire house, and eventually your house will just collapse, right? And so the same happens when you're running ads. It's like a huge wave coming towards your business. And eventually what happens is, if you can leverage that wave coming in, you can actually scale, become stronger, and your business can really go to the next level. Or let's say you can just totally collapse and break your business in half. I have seen that happen multiple times, right? So principle is this: ads is actual leverage. It's not that your business will just grow because you're running ads. No, your business will be exposed to already what's working and what's not actually working. So if your business is really in a good situation and most of the things you have aligned and everything is working, great. That means when you scale, your business will actually scale as well. If you currently are exposed to weaknesses, that means when you try to scale, your business will collapse. So leverage multiplies outputs, but leverage also multiplies inefficiencies. If your conversion leaks 10%, ads will amplify that leak. If onboarding is sloppy, ads will increase their churn. If delivery margins are thin, ads will compress the profit. So question is not, do ads work? Question is, do ads actually work for your business? And is my business structured to survive amplification? That's the question you should be actually asking. Because a lot of times I speak to a lot of coaches, consultants, and agency owners. They'd be like, "Hey, I'm kind of ready for to run ads and multiply the actual income and also double down on the actual volume of leads coming inside the business." Then what we do, we kind of pause for a little bit and we zoom out from a bird's eye view. Looking at it, I understand that most businesses are not actually ready for ads. Why? And so number one, they don't have a good qualification process. They're already dealing with unqualified leads jumping on the actual call, which is already breaking a business in half. Number two, they don't have a good conversion rate. They can't convert. The sales call, when it happens, it's like kind of free flow call. There's no structures inside. There's no scripts inside. There's no frameworks inside. There's no sticking to an actual sales process. It's just free flow. So that just also means your business will eventually break because you will burn a lot of money on ads. Number three, your delivery. Your delivery is that you are mostly pushing everything inside of your own delivery. You are the main guy inside the delivery that's getting most results to your actual clients. If that's the case, you're not ready for ads, because what will happen, you maybe are feeling really satisfied and happy that you can fulfill the clients now, but if the volume starts doubling month by month, eventually you will break. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. So first, you really need to understand everything. And also you need to understand the mathematics behind your actual business as well. Most business owners don't understand the mathematics because everything for them is emotional. They wake up, they just go and they do whatever feels right. Okay, but whatever feels right is not the right thing that the business actually needs, because data will always show what actually your business needs in order for you to actually grow your business. So for most of you right here, currently where you are thinking to grow actual ads, you need to first ask a couple questions to yourself. Okay, so which leads me to the next part, is the financial debt most founders skip. Okay, before scaling ads, you need more than actual revenue. You need clarity on the actual economics. So let's go step by step. So number one, you must know your true customer acquisition cost threshold. Okay, so no guesses. Not I think we can afford $500 on a client, right? But calculate it actually backwards. So here's an example for you. Let's say your service costs $4,000. Your delivery cost per client is $1,800. Some of you will ask, how do I know what is the delivery cost per client? So that means all your subscriptions. How much does it cost you on the subscription? Maybe you are a course creator and most of your clients watching your courses on the actual school. How much is that subscription? Maybe you have a VA. Right, how much is that actually going to cost as well, like so per each actual client, right? So how much is actually cost you, right? You need to understand these costs. How much does it actually cost you to deliver? Your time, how much does that cost you, right? All the like subscriptions that you have involved in delivering your clients, that also is cost, right? So your team cost allocation, that's also a cost. Maybe you have a VA, maybe you have account manager, maybe you have a success, maybe you have a salesperson there. That all involves cost as well. And then your overhead of allocation per client as well. Okay, so these are the overheads you pay. So let's say for your delivery for this example is $1,800, your team cost allocation is $500, and your overhead allocation per client is $400. Okay, so that means your real profit per client is just $1,300. How did I came to that? So that means I took the $4,000 and I just minus the 1,800 plus 500, which is 2,300, and then 2,300 plus the 400, which is 2,700. $4,000 minus $2,700 equals $1,300, right? So your CPA, right, cost per acquisition becomes $1,200. You are basically breaking even. Okay? So where do I get the cost? So where do I actually get the cost? This calculated inside of your business. So first, again, you look at the delivery cost, you look at the team allocation, and your overhead allocation as well. And so then you calculate your real profit as well. What's the actual profit per each client and how much you actually spend? And then you basically are just, if it is $4,000 currently your service, then you're literally breaking even based on these numbers, okay? So you need at least 2 to 3 times cushion between CPA, cost per acquisition, and gross profit. If your gross profit per client is $1,300, okay, so like here, right here, your safe CPA ceiling is maybe $500 to $700. If you don't know this number clearly, scaling ads is just gambling. If you currently say, I don't really know the delivery cost per client, I don't know the team cost allocation as well, I don't know my overheads, I really don't know what's the profit per actual client as well, you don't even think about touching ads because you don't even know your numbers inside of your own business. So first, understand the numbers, okay? This video is not going to be to go through the real metrics, okay? This is going to be really giving you to understand if you know your numbers. If you really want to learn your numbers, you can ask AI to give you all the numbers you need to know about your business, and it will probably help you much better than I can do, because it can go actually in depth inside your business and understand your business much better, okay? But for this video, I just want to make sure that if you are ready to scale ads, or maybe you're not ready to scale ads. So with that being said, let's keep moving on. Another thing is, it's not like only good enough for you to know meta dashboard numbers, right? The cost per lead, CPC, and all that. But you also need to know your own dashboard numbers. So that means like what happens in your dashboard inside of your business. What are the numbers there as well, okay? So you need to know that. Second, lifetime value versus front-end revenue. So let's say if your average client stays 3 months, that would be very different from the same client staying with you for 8 months, right? If retention is weak, paid acquisition becomes really dangerous as well. So here's another example, okay? So let's say your client pays $3,000 a month. If average retention is 2 months, lifetime value only becomes 6,000. So where do we get 6,000? So if they stay for 2 months and the monthly cost is only 3,000, then you multiply 2 by 3, which gives you 6,000. If the retention increases to 6 months, okay, so 6 months, that suddenly becomes 6 multiplied by 3 is $18,000, okay? The same ad spend performs very differently depending on the actual retention. So before ads, fix the retention. Retention reduces also cost per acquisition pressure, okay? So number 3, the cash flow. Hope these numbers make sense now. You're probably looking at this and maybe for most of you be like, oh, okay, so now I really need to know my numbers, okay? So cash flow buffer rule. Scaling ads create lag. Ad spend happens now, revenue collects later. If you spend $10,000 on ads this month, but collections are delayed 30 days, can your cash flow handle that? Okay? So some of you maybe have a payment plan. Maybe what happens is most of your clients would be actually choosing a payment plan. So the question is, if your collection delays by 30 days, can you handle it? Okay, so maybe you need all that money to be paid upfront in order for you to keep scaling. So that's also one, right? So minimum recommendation, 3 months of operating expenses in reserve before scaling aggressively. So you need to think about this. If your business goes on an absolute zero for 3 months, you still need to be capable of scaling ads. That's how you should look about it. But if you look at your business and you're like, hey, I can only go for 1 month, don't touch ads because you don't have enough reserves inside of business, okay? If scaling ads make you anxious about cash flow, you're undercapitalized inside of your business. Undercapitalized growth creates panic decisions as well, and really emotional. So operational readiness, the real breaking point of most founders getting it, okay? So let's go a little bit deeper here. Imagine ads double your pipeline next month. So let's say currently, I don't know, you're sitting maybe on 4 clients, okay? Let's say 4 or 5 clients. So the next thing is like, if next month you get 10 clients, what would break first? Like, what would break first? Can you fulfill them without dropping the ball? What do I mean by without dropping the ball? I mean, is the quality going to drop? Are you going to be more stretched? Is there going to be more time involved on your end? Because if you say, yes, more time is going to be involved, I need to give more of my time, I need to give more of myself to actually fulfill these clients, what ends up happening is now you're scaling energy, which is really dangerous. Because at some point, maybe next month you'll be like, hey, I need to invest more energy, I need to give more time, I need to give more hours, I need to work more. But what happens the month after that month? Can you still handle the double volume? And if the answer is no, then just be honest with you. Like, you need to ask yourself, then what will eventually break? And if delivery breaks, then eventually the lead front acquisition also will break, because you're giving all your attention to the back end, and you can't give your attention all to the front end. And so that also starts to break, okay? So ask yourself, what is the onboarding speed? What is the communication clarity? What is the delivery consistency? What is the team confidence? Reporting quality? Do you have all of this even? Like, do you onboard each client differently? That's also one. Like, I made a video like what systems need to be installed inside of your business before you actually can scale your business. Go watch that video, because I'm not going to go repeating the same things again and again. You can go watch that video right now. If we are talking about this and you're like, okay, I don't really have this inside of my business, go watch that video right now, because that will help you to better understand what systems need to be installed inside of your business, and then you come back and watch this video, okay? So Onboarding speed, communication clarity, delivery consistency, team confidence, and reporting quality, right? If onboarding time increases from 2 days to 10 days, client feels chaos immediately, okay? So also, that's a big one. So like in one of the videos we talked about, if you go watch the systems that needs to be installed inside the business, getting like a systemized onboarding. So like onboard your clients all at the same day, same time, right? You can do either a group onboarding, or you can do like, let's say you onboard 3 clients at the same time. Okay, and then you can do in pairs of 3s rather than just doing one client. Okay, so if onboarding time increases from 2 days to 10 days, clients will feel chaos immediately. They will start to hack you with messages. If delivery quality drops by 15%, then the churn increases. Churn kills paid scaling. Okay, you must pass a load test, right? So load test question. Okay, this is the question you need to answer. If I added 30% more clients tomorrow, would quality stay consistent? So that means, let's say 3 clients now, I'm adding 3 clients tomorrow. Can you still deliver the same time on the same deadlines, same quality, same energy, same everything? Or would you say like things start to slowly, like kind of like a roller coaster, one like depending? If that's the answer, like you shouldn't even touch ads. Let's talk about demand maturity stages. So stage 1 is the survival demand. Manual outreach, founder-led content, and referrals, okay? Stage 2, control demand, structured outbound, clear messaging, and predictable booking rate. And then stage 3 is engineered demand, paid traffic, layered on proven messaging, and data-driven conversion. Like, ask yourself, is your demand currently mature enough, right? What stage are you currently? If you are like manual outreach, founder-led content, and referrals, then like you need to move to the next one, control demand, structured outbound, clear messaging, predictable booking rate, right? If you are unpredictable on the booking rate as well, the show up rate is not there. When you touch ads, it will be really, really difficult for you because like you already are breaking your business up front. So that means your show up rate is maybe not there. Your conversion is maybe not there. Your fulfillment is not there. Your communication is not there. What you are doing now, you will be exposing your business 100 times more to actually your weakness. So that means your weaknesses will get 100 times stronger if you start running ads, okay? So stage 3, engineered demand. So that means paid traffic layered on proven messaging and data-driven conversion. Most founders try to jump from stage 1 to stage 3. And this is where the biggest problem happens, because on stage 1, you're really learning more about the outreach. You're also learning more about your delivery style. You also learning more about your actual delivery model that you currently have. You're learning more about your business. And so jumping from stage 1 to stage 3, it's like literally going to the gym, putting, like, let's say your muscles are really weak and you start with 10 kilos bench press. And suddenly somebody just comes and says, okay, let's just move on levels and let's just put on 100 kilo for you. Eventually, you won't be capable of lifting it because you just literally started. And so that's the same here. First, you need to strengthen the actual muscle. Strengthen the muscle inside of your business before you put on more weight. Okay? So, most founders try to jump from stage 1 to stage 3. The gap destroys the actual margins itself. Ads work best when layered onto stable acquisition base. Conversion depth. Your sales process must be also documented. Not vibes, not I'm good at sales. You should know qualification rate, show up rate, close rate, or revenue per call, okay? If show up rate raises 50%, right, paid traffic will magnify that problem, okay? If your show up rate is only 50%, like, don't think about scaling ads, because that's huge. And even if it's bigger, 60%, like if your leads are not showing up, it's really a big problem. So before scaling ads, optimize show up rate, optimize qualification, optimize close consistency. Paid traffic punishes weak conversion mechanics, okay? Emotional stage of the founders. There are usually pressures when scaling ads. You feel like we should be bigger by now. Competitors are running ads. We need volume. Alex Ramosi is all about scaling ads. He's running 1,700 different type of ads. Like Russell Brunson is running ads. My competitor is running ads. This guy I'm following, he's running ads. Charlie Morgan's running ads. Everybody's just running ads. We should just go on and just run ads and explode the business. That urgency is really emotional. Real readiness feels different because you are really calm when it comes to actual ads. You don't feel emotional because business is already working. So it's just like a time question of when. But when you really feel emotional, it's because a lot of things currently don't work inside of your business. You are really desperate for the scale. You're really desperate to fix the things by just saying, hey, I want to jump from stage 1 to stage 3, okay? So first you look at the numbers and think, You need to look at the numbers and really think about what's going to be happening, okay? So this will work because the math works. That's the one question. If scaling ads, like, you need to ask yourself a question. Does the numbers will work if you look at the maths? Look at the maths itself. We already talked about numbers. Will it work? If it doesn't, don't touch the ads, okay? If scaling ads feels like rescue move, it's premature. You're not ready. If you feel like you look at the numbers, you'll be like, the numbers are not there, but if I kind of run ads, maybe I get higher profitability and then I can start hiring and fix the business. No, it's not going to happen, right? You're not in a mature stage currently inside of your business to run ads, okay? So ads should accelerate strength, not fix your weaknesses. So like when your business is on a strong foundation, it's the same when you go to the gym and your muscles are much stronger, then you can start lifting heavier. But lifting heavier the first time you come in, you are going to expose yourself to more injuries. And the same your business works, okay? So in order for your business to lift heavier, you need to first make sure that your muscles are stronger inside the business. So structural readiness framework. You are ready to scale ads when, okay? Super important. Close rate is above 20% consistently across 30 plus calls. Right? Every single month you book in 30 plus calls and you are above 20%, great. Show up rate, 70%. Another thing I actually want to mention, not necessarily you need to have 30 calls per month, but let's say consistently once you hit 30 calls, you calculate 30 calls, and let's say you have 15 calls per month, or maybe you have 10 calls per month, and after every 30 calls, you're consistently closing above 20%, or let's say 20%, then that's a good sign. Your show up rate is 70%, okay? So that means, like I would say minimum 70%. Like, because you really need to have a good show up rate, because otherwise if you're spending money on ads and they're not showing up, like you're just wasting money. So your show up rate has to be above 70%, your gross margins above 50%, retention 4 to 6 months minimum, delivery capacity can handle 30% growth. So that means if you have 30% growth, I would actually put that number not on 30, I would put it about 40% actually. Okay, if delivery capacity can handle 40% more growth, but like when I say handle, I don't mean you telling me I can still deliver results. I want you to tell me like same energy, same quality, without dropping the ball, without me like needing more discipline, needing more hours. If you need to put more hours inside of the business to deliver more clients, it's not going to happen. Like, don't even think about it. Don't even touch ads, because I can tell you right now, your delivery will break and you will be really unhappy because you scaled ads. And also a big one is you track your KPIs weekly. If 2 or more of these are weak, delay scaling and don't even think about actually scaling, right? Fix the constraints and then think about scaling. So a real example of proper actual scaling. I had an agency doing a 38K per month. Metrics had 27% close rate, 70%, 75% show up rate, 62% gross margin, 7-month retention, documented onboarding, weekly KPI review. We launched ads slowly. We started with 3K test budgeting, measured CPA, cost per acquisition, adjusted messaging, and scaled gradually. Revenue moved to 65K. So we went from 38K per month to 65K per month in about 1 month's time, okay? Stress remained stable, right? Because there was not much stress. Because the delivery, like it wasn't like 100% standardized, but most of it, like I would say, about 70% was standardized, and then the rest of 30%, there was some customs made, there was some customization made, but eventually it didn't add more stress. You didn't need more hours because most of it was standardized. And so right now we are scaling past the 65K. We're trying to get him to 150K, but we are standardizing the delivery much even more, okay? So stress remained stable as well. Why? Because foundation was first and leverage was second. First, need to get all the right foundations inside of the business before you start leveraging them. So what do I mean by that? So that, like, let's say you're starting to build a house, you're not just going to start with windows, doors, and everything. First, lay down the foundation, then start to put brick by brick, and then later on you can start bringing in the furniture and everything else. If you bring the furniture out first and leave it down there, you're going to be burning money, okay? Because you're damaging the actual materials. Final operator perspective that you need to understand. Scaling ads is not about growth decision, it's structural test. If your business cannot survive pressure, pressure will expose it. Most service businesses don't fail because ads don't work. They fail because they scale before they are actually ready. You need to understand if your maths are currently clear. It's the same as you going to the gym, right? If you go to the gym to lift heavier, but you haven't lifted any weights, like, man, you're going to eventually injure yourself and you're going to be a long time out from the gym. So first understand if your maths are clear, your delivery is stable, your margins are strong, your retention is healthy, your sales process is documented. Then scale. If not, fix the foundation, fix everything else, and then only scale. Leverage your word strength. And if your business is fragile, ads will really punish you and they will really break you and crush you. So, and then if you have all the leverage inside the business, you have, you have all the right foundations, then you can go on and scale ads, okay? So I hope this video gave you a lot of knowledge to understand if you currently are ready to run ads. If not, stop there, go watch, I have a video there about all the systems that need to be installed. Watch that video there, implement that video, then come back to this video and then think about scaling ads. If you need any additional help, comment down below. I will do my best to also respond to you and help you to fix more of your business. If you need any additional help and you maybe want to message me, you can do that on my Instagram, right? So Robert Wolfman Official. Find me on Instagram, send me a DM, and I will help you to with your ads. If you need something more, like you say, hey, I'm currently watching this, but I want to I'm kind of ready, but I need somebody to really diagnose my systems. We offer a free diagnostic call. You can just simply book that in there. It's not a sales call, nothing to sell you. Diagnose your business through all the systems out, demand, conversion, delivery, decision making, and then we will tell you exactly what's broken, what needs to be installed in order for you to scale. With that being said, comment down below if you need any additional help. You can find me also on Instagram, Robert Wolfman Official. Have any questions, comment down, DM me there. I will try to help you, okay? Or one of my team members will try to help you as well. So another thing I will tell you, subscribe now, because I will help you to get the right content to you in order for you to understand if you're ready to scale your business and what needs to happen to scale, so you can overcome a lot of problems that I had, a lot of learning curves that I went through, so you don't have to go through them and you can understand them way before something happens to your business, okay? Subscribe now, like this video, help me with algorithm as well, help me to scale my channel as well. I help you with the content, you help me to scale my channel. Right, talk to you later, see you in my next video.